This week on Get a Grip.
Big Red's got 5-star feet.
Thankfully, I've had a pedicure.
That is a nice foot.
Look at that arch, guys. Vicky's getting her chopper out.
No, I'm not.
No.
Chopper mate.
Oh, he's big.
Well, yeah, think about the connotations. If you're saying you've got a chopper,
Swinging her forearm around, guys. Reporting straight from the palace, there is disappointment around the actions of Big Willie.
We're talking about fucking being irresponsible when there's dogs dying. And I just think I will forgive a lot, but I won't forgive that. Like, we've had a letter that's hit close to home. I couldn't deal with all the backlash I was getting on social media, like women saying, if Erkan doesn't want to have kids with you now, he's never going to want to. Like, just give it up. The stuff people were saying was just so unnecessarily nasty. All of that coming up right now.
Hello, and welcome to Get a Grip with me, Angela Scanlon.
And me, Vicky Patterson.
This is the podcast where we get loud about the realities of womanhood, make sense of the mad and sometimes maddening world around us.
And basically dive head first into the chaos of life. No filter, no apologies, and absolutely no fucks given.
So if you're sick of being told to pipe down, calm down, or dare I say it,
Get a grip, then you're exactly where you need to be.
Grab a drink, pull up a chair, take a Xanax. What else can we do with our knickers? Bras. Stuff your bra under your armpit. And away we go. It's been a long day, gang. I'm sorry. She's about to wake up.
Angela has had a busy social schedule.
I have. And it's not even been that like bougie.
No.
I've had friends come over to stay. I've had in-laws in. My sister's been here. Like, it's been a lot of family kind of stuff. But I go to my house to hide from my children, from my husband, from you, from everyone. And all of a sudden, people that I know are in it.
How dare they?
Oh, man.
How dare they be loving you and wanting to see you? They sound like real pricks.
Yeah. And I do love it. I love the vision of an open house, but fuck, it takes up a lot of energy, doesn't it?
I think in theory, like being a social butterfly and having loads of people around and doing loads of things and being here, there and everywhere is really exciting and fun. And in actual practice, it's just really exhausting, especially when your actual job requires you to interface so much. I do totally get it. I like nothing more than being like in me house with Irk and the dogs, enjoying me mortgage and doing fuck all. I know. It's so nice. Delicious. Like I'm of an age. Like I used to crawl in at like 6 o'clock in the morning with like my shoes and my kebab under my arm, and now I have a favourite hosepipe setting. Life just comes at you really fast.
It really
and what
does.
You want out of it changes, and it's okay. But I hope you've got a like nice little run of chill time now, because it is important.
But also what I find is that people coming, and Roy pointed this out to me, is like the only time you ever tidy up is when there's guests coming.
Yeah, fair.
Which like, I was like, obviously, what are you talking about?
Yeah,
That's not like news.
Roy sounds like he's very Erkan coded.
You know, he has opinions on a lot of things.
Oh, fucking how
Some
dare
of which I'd rather not hear, to be honest. But I frantically am trying to tidy up, but I also, will
hostess with
light
the hostess.
candles. I get a new tea towel, that kind of stuff. Because you don't want a dusty old tea towel hanging off the oven for all the guests to see what you're really like. So I bought a new tea towel. I also bought a cake thingy.
Tell me.
Server. Lads, I felt like it was peak adultdom. Adulthood. Adulting. Thank you.
Hang on. When you say a cake server, do you mean the thing that looks like a pizza slice on a stick?
Yeah, but it's like a round-edged pizza. So I don't even have a pizza slicer. I just grab it by the crust. But you can't do that with a tartatan.
Oh, God, who you had round for?
I mean, I didn't make a tartatan, but I did buy one. But if you serve it from a plate with a little dinky-donk, it looks legit.
Oh, did you feel like very Bake Off, very Delia Smith?
I just felt like
quintessential countryside.
I've made it.
Yeah.
You have a hose setting. I've got a freaking cake server. We've made it, babes.
We are officially old as fuck.
We need a homely Martha Stewart-esque YouTube channel or a Megan Netflix moment, because I would like to show off, and this is not a euphemism, my wonky veg.
So I know your garden. Because I remember the strawberry, which was very wholesome and cute.
Yeah.
But you're now
we've been harvesting.
No.
Yeah. I made a courgette salad made of actual courgettes that we got in the garden.
That makes
and
sense.
then we had, thank you, we had some carrots that were supposed to be normal human-sized carrots, but actually were the tiny little ones.
Do you think they just needed a bit more time?
Well, they
Patience-
needed a bit more something.
Patience isn't exactly one of your virtues.
It's not. And we had people around, and what's the point in growing veg if you can't show it off?
You've
know
got
what
to
I mean?
brag about it, Ange.
Exactly.
Got to brag.
And so the potatoes were baby potatoes, but I don't think that was the variety. I think it was the stage of life.
You cruel bastard.
Delicious.
Were they?
Yeah, like veal. No, like tender, early.
You're a horrible woman.
I don't even like veal, but anyway, very proud of me wonky veg.
Oh,
I'll show you a video if you
will
want.
ya?
Yeah.
I
wouldn't send it on WhatsApp now.
I'm a bit obsessed with the whole wonky veg movement. I used to buy a brand. I don't know whether they've gone.
Oddbox.
Yeah.
Is it?
And there was also another one that did they made like sauces and stuff
Out of the
wonky veg and like offcuts and things didn't want. Like it was so sustainable, so lovely.
But also, that's a bit of us, no?
Yeah, you're quite green aren't you?
In many ways.
Yes.
Yeah. But I like the kind of idea of the rejects being embraced.
Oh, no, that is us. Yeah.
No, that is us.
Now you're talking.
Now, meanwhile, you've been doing something fancier than,
Tiny potatoes.
salivating over your little carrots. Or maybe not.
You're my little carrot. No, so I'm going on holiday, mate, and I'm absolutely buzzing like an old fridge. It's been a hot minute since me and Urk have had some quality time, just us.
Okay.
The year's been really stressful, really busy, blah, blah, blah. We go at a million miles an hour. So we had this fucking amazing trip to Canada booked. And it was with me mates. It was one of my best friends. It's been the screensaver on my laptop for ages. We were going to like eat, pray, love.
Oh, you were going with the gang.
With a gang, mate. Yeah, my two best lad mates. And we're going to eat, pray, love way around Canada. Fucking kayaking on Lake Louise. Hiking up the mountains in Banff. Like domestic flight. Everything was booked. It was nailed. The itinerary was chef's kiss. And my visa has been in with the Canadian embassy for like 5 months or whatever, 6 months, and they're just not getting back to us. We've done everything as well. Like we've been fucking into the embassy here. They've politely asked us to get out.
Do you know Catherine Ryan might be able to hook you up. I bet she knows the Canadian ambassador. I got my friend a passport last minute. She was going to a 50th in Marrakesh and she realised her passport had run out. And I said, I mean, this is not something I generally say in life, but I was like, I know the Irish ambassador.
Fucking hell.
I did.
Do you know anyone in Canada? No.
I don't know Canadians.
Well, I don't even know who the Prime Minister is anymore. I was like, who have I got to fucking suck off to get into Canada? Like, is it Justin Trudeau or whatever he's called? And apparently he's not even fucking in either.
Is he not? No, it's Carney, isn't it?
I think Mark Carney.
Yeah.
He's the new one.
I think you could do that.
Well, I would have gave it a go, but listen, we've pivoted. I've pivoted. I've accepted me losses and we are going to the Maldives.
I mean, sorry. That is a pivot of epical proportions.
I know.
That's a nice pivot. It's quite the gear change. And your case, I imagine, would reflect the change of tone.
Yeah, honestly, we're going. Honestly, I want to lie on a sun lounger, read me books and vape my little head off for a week.
Glorious. How's that going?
They've given up. Oh no, I'm fucking firmly on the wagon. I gave myself, I think, a realistic goal. I want to enjoy myself on holiday and then give up.
Okay. Like Saturday. I'm going to enjoy myself on Saturday.
Yeah. And then I'll start on Monday.
But extended. I think it's good to be realistic.
Yeah, you got to. And listen, I'm content with my decision.
Give yourself a break.
So yeah, I'm excited, mate. I really need a break.
Maldives.
Yeah.
Sun, sea.
Shagging. Yeah, probably.
Okay, great.
I'm dead excited, mate. I've never been to the Maldives. Have you been?
I have never been.
I never appealed. It was before, which sounds like so silly because it's obviously just paradise. But I'm like likes to be doing something, likes to explore.
Do you on holidays?
You know, I really do. I like to go and see the old town, or grab an ice cream in the old gelato shop, whatever.
Oh no!
I'm a bit of that. I book we've done pizza making in Rome. We've made croissants in Paris. I like that sort of stuff.
You like to work on your holiday.
I like to do things. I like to be a bit of a culture vulture.
Oh, do you? I like that for you. I used to like that as well. Wait till you have kids.
I was on this occasion. No, I'm definitely in your camp. I know Erkan's camp. He likes to relax. I'm a bit burnt out, and I'm ready for a break.
I heard somebody say their favourite place was the Maldives because you don't wear shoes for the entire time.
Oh, nice. Oh, that
could be a good time to set up OnlyFans.
Do you think? I've got a Wiki Feet page.
So do I. What's your rating?
I don't. Should we find out now?
I know mine.
Off by heart.
5 stars.
Fuck off.
Thank you.
Get your trotters out then.
I should.
No, get them out right now. I want to see them.
Fine. Thankfully, I've had a pedicure.
That is a nice foot.
Look at that arch, guys.
Okay, show me the front.
It gets a bit crampy sometimes.
Show me the front.
What do you mean the front?
The front of your foot. I'm only getting the side.
On that one. I'm going to go back in there. The old Crocs haven't been serving me well in the sweaty weather. Look at that arch. I don't want to flash my everything
else. Right, hang on. Let me Google my.
Show me Wiki Feet. Yeah, 5 star. I feel like I should be monetizing that, to be honest. I did do a little one at Wimbledon there last week. Little pointed arch. That was for free. Just a teaser. Just see where we're at in terms of demand, you know. Fergal always pops into me DMs when I whip out my arch.
Just perfection. Yeah, her soles are gorgeous. She's ridiculoly underrated.
Are they talking about me?
No, me, man. You know, but not everything's about you.
4.7. You're 4.7.
Have you Googled it?
Yep.
4 points. Well, what's letting us down then? Is it me toe? Is it the
you're pretty good. Okay, sorry. I stand corrected. Humility has returned. 4.87, which does put me ahead, pips me a little bit, but you're up there near the 5.
Ange, I'm disgusted. They've used one of our promo pictures.
Go on. Stop it.
It was when you were all glamorous looking like a blue big bird and I was like little Bilbo Baggins.
But also you're really clamping that right foot.
I'm a clamper.
Look at the level of purchase you have on those.
Don't be so judgmental. You're like 0.8 of a point in front of us.
Yeah, that's true. What does it say about mine? Get in there.
Oh, there's one of us pretending to be Harry Potter at Annick Castle.
Oh, that's cute. They also love a cleavage. It's mad. The where they'll see feet that there aren't feet.
Right, should we do you?
You'd think it's like explicit toe action that these people are after, but it's not always. It might be just the hint of a little toe cleavage. That'll do it for them.
Oh, they've got your Wimbledon feet pics in.
Oh, I knew it. That was a thirst trap for those puppies. There's a Compeed plaster on there.
I was just going to say, based on these pictures, it's like you're fucking inviting the attention.
Well.
I don't mean to slut shame, but...
Don't worry about it, hon.
No, I can't even cope
Go
with
on.
you.
What else does it say?
It just says you got wicked feet in that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wicked feet in that.
A lot of Strictly feet here, mate.
A lot there would be, and they are not the ones you want to be zooming in on, lads. I'm telling you now.
Who's this?
That is not me.
Oh.
I wish that was me. That's a drag queen. At my friend's wedding. Actually, it was at the christening of their son.
Brilliant.
Yeah, she's fabulous though, but they are not my feet. But I do have an arch that rivals that.
Oh, well.
Shall we move on?
Yeah,
we can get lost in our wiki feet later.
I think we've done enough on feet, to be fair.
Yeah, if you want to get in touch, send us pictures of your feet. You can DM us. You can email us, you can WhatsApp us, you can do whatever the hell you want. There's one from Stacey. It's not about feet before you get too excited. Hello. Firstly, just want to say your podcast is hilarious. You're funny and so brutally truthful by not sugarcoating anything, which I love. Secondly, I've just listened to the episode where you're talking about women's health and fertility. Thank you so much for covering this in 2025. It still isn't spoken about enough. What I can't get over is that it isn't discussed in schools. We're taught how to avoid getting pregnant and how to put on condoms on a bloody banana.
Which also, I just want to interject there, gave me a really unrealistic idea of what I was going to be letting myself in for. They're not all bananas. They're not all bananas.
Yeah.
Just put it out there. They're not all bananas. We did it on a fucking cucumber. Imagine how upset I was when I actually saw a peen.
Not good.
Fucking devastated.
When you saw a little pickle.
Sort of maggot. Geordie maggot.
Oh, wow. Microscopic situation. What about a chode? Have you ever heard that word?
We say chode all the time. You ever heard chopper?
No.
Oh, get your chopper root.
But I think chode is a very specific to the kind of dimensions is my word. It's not like a catch-all.
No.
Whereas chopper feels like a catch-all term, like a langer.
No. Chopper, mate.
Always big.
Well, yeah, think about the connotations. If you're saying you've got a chopper,
swinging her forearm around, guys.
Yeah, so no, a chode, I think, suggests short and girthy.
God. Can we talk about PCOS, please? This woman is talking about PCOS. We're doing light and shade. We need to know when and where.
Okay, fine. Let's go back to PCOS and I'll talk to you more about knobs later. Go on.
Sorry.
Shall I pick up?
Please.
Okay. what I can't get over is in discussing schools, blah, 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 the banana. No one ever said a word about fertility issues and women's health issues. When I was 15, I got diagnosed with PCOS, which was pretty scary. And I think we need to normalise these things so other young women know what they're up against. I couldn't agree more.
Best workout I've had all week.
All
year, actually. Yeah, more chat.
Well, I don't know. I can't remember if I told you, mate. I've started filming this thing, haven't I?
Yeah,
Good Morning
GMB.
Britain. Yeah, and like traveling up and down the country, speaking to women who've been affected by medical misogyny, and obviously the heartbreak and debilitating diseases that some of these and conditions that these women are dealing with are just, it's outrageous. The level of care that's being given.
Health rather than specific female problems.
No, this is all female reproductive health
issues.
Yeah. So whether it's your endometriosis, your PMDD, your PCOS, polycystic ovaries, all of it.
Yeah.
And what the majority of these women I've spoken to, if not all of them, the thing they fundamentally agree on is that there needs to be better education for young women. We're just so woefully ignorant and naive, and then when these things do happen, and I think it all plays in. I think it's all on purpose. I think if you don't teach us, if you don't educate us, it's easier to fob off in later life. It's easier to say every woman's dealing with that, when in fact they're not.
Yeah.
1 in 20 women have PMDD, 1 in 4 have endometriosis. It's not every woman. It's more women than it should be. It's criminal. And the lack of care, duty of care and all that, it's again criminal. But I think
dismissal of
exactly.
Deal with it.
Keeping we're ignorant and uneducated on it is allowing them to dismiss us, to gaslight we're, to keep we're feeling small and submissive and all these things. So I just think we do need, that is what we really do need in schools. Teach our daughters, teach them young, and then make them be powerful, make them have like more control of their bodies, make them understand.
Also more comfort and ease discussing these things. I mean, I talked to my 3-year-old controversial about my period. She tried to hop up on my tummy the other day for a story, and I was like, babe, I'm just gonna let you sit down there.
Get the fuck off, man.
Yeah. I'm like, I feel a bit tender today. And then she's like, is there blood coming out?
Is that what she said?
Yeah. And
Good
I said,
for you,
there is.
mate.
And she's like, can I see it? And then,
you can't be going, you might be going too far.
Yeah, we're not going to do that examination right now. But actually, I kind of feel like I maybe overdo it because I really want them to feel very, very comfortable. I hosted an event the other day.
I don't think you can overdo it, by the way, just
Probably.
so you know.
I want them to be like,
yeah,
chill. It's like as normal as any other
I think
thing.
that's a powerful way to do it.
But this woman spoke about freezing her eggs.
Nice.
And we were speaking to a room, like it was a female event. It was like a health thingy. Anyway, and lots of people were talking about fertility. And she said, I just want to say that I froze my eggs. And there's a lot of chat around doing that and how it's empowering. And it's a very kind of, it's a good news story in that it allows women to take control of their health and their futures and their, sense of when they can make those big decisions around having kids. But she said, I think it's really important to note that it was so
Lonely?
But also like the impact it had on her body was massive. And she just didn't anticipate that at all. And then she had to go straight back to work. She needed time off, the crash from hormones, all of that sort of stuff. And it was just like the elephant in the room, and there was nobody for her to talk to about it. And there was no kind of there was no nothing in place that allows, much like the Bella Hadid thing with having time off around a period. There's no aftercare.
Sure.
Directions, I suppose.
Because women aren't talking about it enough.
They're not talking, even to other women, I think.
And do you know what always upsets me? I can rationalise a bloke not understanding me. Do you know what I half expect it, But when a woman doesn't understand another woman's decisions and choices, when they're about, controlling your timeline, owning your own narrative, empowering yourself, I get really upset. When I froze my eggs, mate, right, you're going back 2 years or something now, me and her, in my opinion, our relationship was in its infancy, and I wanted to give her a chance to really firmly get to know each other, to believe we're for life, to get married, to do these things before we started a family. Yeah. Don't forget he's younger than me as well. And I thought I was doing the responsible thing in like talking about this on social media, providing women with this alternative to feeling rushed and feeling stressed and having kids with potentially the wrong person because of this ticking biological body clock that most of us have, you know. And I was prepared for not everyone to understand as well. I wasn't prepared was for the vitriol that came from women. And it was heartbreaking, mate. I remember coming off social media because after me second wave of, I had to get more hormones basically. For want of a better word, my eggs weren't egging.
Okay.
They weren't doing what they were meant to do.
They weren't like dropping.
No, so they've got your reason you get your hormones, there's loads you inject, but one of them in particular makes your eggs grow.
Enlarge.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. And then you have another one that stops them being released. That's why you get bloated, because your eggs are big. And yeah, I honestly looked like I was 3-4 months pregnant. It is a strain on your body. Yeah. A one that I was very privileged to be able to do. I just want to fucking go on record as saying that I know I came from a place of privilege. Anyway, I got like a second wave of hormones, and Ange, it was just like, welcome to the Thunderdome, mate. In that second, I just knew I was going to be unhinged, and I'd held on to it quite well. I think because me PMDD, I was almost like, oh God, I'm familiar with this level of chaos. But that second one just took me socks off, and I couldn't deal with all the backlash I was getting on social media, like women saying, if Erkan doesn't want to have kids with you now, he's never going to want to. Like, just give it up. Like, no, that God doesn't want you to have a baby, and this is irresponsible, and you know, you probably won't even get a kid from those eggs. Like, the stuff people were saying was just so unnecessarily nasty. And I come off social media because I thought, I got to protect my PCL. Like, I can't do it. I'm feeling vulnerable anyway. I thought I was doing the right thing, and it was just awful, mate, right? And I was sitting there dead late at night, and curiosity got the better of the cat, because it's social media, especially the pitfalls of it, it's almost like a bit of self-harm, isn't it? But I went on social media, and this lass had reached out, and she will never know what she's meant to me, but she said that she was freezing her eggs as well. All of her friends had kids, which is a story I can relate to. Yeah. She didn't feel like it was the right time. Her and her boyfriend had just only got together, and she hadn't even told him what she was doing. They didn't live together and stuff. And she felt really lonely. None of her friends understood. She couldn't really tell anyone about it. But she said she would go on social media every night and see me doing it. And she felt like she was doing it together.
Oh my God, that's so lovely.
Isn't it so lovely? And I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Thank you for reminding me who I am, because I am that bitch. And I'm not some weak ass whore who's going to let idiots online change who I am, change my opinion, stop me doing what I want and doing what I think is right. And I came back on.
And what's right for you. But I think this is the point, is that people, I think, often feel so judged themselves, or feel like, I don't know, you protect your own actions a lot of the time, don't you?
It's a lot of projection. Absolutely. And I just think, to go back to the original point of this thing, the way people understand stuff, the way we get away from this stigma and these cruel judgments.
And these hidden little things, like you're creeping around freezing eggs in case somebody thinks it's the wrong decision.
The way we get away from all of this is giving these conversations more sunlight, more candor, more honest discourse, is by applauding people who do speak out. So do you know what, Stacey? Well done. Thank you for your email, and I just appreciate you advocating for change in this space.
And keep them coming.
Yeah,
they don't all need to be about PCOS. We don't need to cry every episode.
All the time.
Yeah. Right, gagglers, we want you to get in touch, please.
Oh, the people could DM with.
We love a DM.
I like a DM. Yes.
We have access to all of them. It should be notified. There's not somebody manning that account.
No, that's us. That's us. So it's at Get a Grip Love, and you can DM her, you can comment on my posts. And also, I feel like if you're listening to this, you probably do, but make sure you're following her, because our content is great.
Should we talk about Justin and Haley Bieber?
We should. And also, I want to talk about William and Kate. They're in my fucking bad books.
Find out why after the break. Welcome back, gang. It is time for What in the World Has Been Going On? Seriously, where's our Profesh jingle? I'm sick to the teeth of banging out every week. Waiting. I'm like, that's the starting point. Surely somebody's inspired. Surely somebody's inspired.
Just fucking fired up about this. I'd write her a jingle if I was you.
Get the finger out, lads. Justin.
Yeah.
Bieber.
And I think this is one that we absolutely have to handle with kid gloves, if I'm honest. I don't know if anyone's expecting me to say anything disparaging, but quite frankly, I just don't think it's appropriate. I think we're watching something really sad unfold, and the fact that no one has stepped in to do some sort of like intervention or whatever it is really concerning. It's giving me, and fucking please don't take this the wrong way because I love it, but it's giving me Britney vibes. We're watching a person unravel and spiral in front of her, and it's like he's just surrounded by such sycophants. Nobody's saying, right, you need this or you need that, and I don't know what it is he needs. You know what I mean? I'm an outsider looking in, but he needs something, and it's not to just be like strung out in front of the court of public opinion. I think it's been exacerbated by this Diddy case, if I'm honest.
That might be the trigger behind it all.
I think that's been the catalyst, Ange, that's started this. The timelines marry up. It's just a theory, but...
And then also marries with Haley's company. You know, there's a kind of sense that maybe they were equals, or he had slightly the upper hand when they got together. And then she's obviously taken a lot of flack from his ex-partners, all of that malarkey.
But the dynamic has really changed.
There's been a shift.
And I think that might also be playing a huge part, because that must be difficult for someone of his status, shall we say, to get their head around. Not that I'm excusing that. You should be proud of your wife. You should be pleased. But that might be adding fuel to his fire.
But also he has been he's a child star. He's never known any reality where he is not at the centre of it forever. And so in order to make space, like your ego, I would say, needs to be fairly robust to deal with your partner
eclipsing you somewhat.
Exactly that. And I just don't know if he has the kind of like support, but it does feel like you're watching somebody kind of, I don't know, dissolve and fall apart. And actually we haven't really learned anything, in that there's still this kind of pile-on and intrigue, and it doesn't feel like there's that much sensitivity. And I know, look, he looks like a dickhead. He slams the door and he forgets about her, and he looks like a giant big baby in a hoodie when she's kitted out. It all feels a bit messed up, but clearly there's an unraveling, and it's just very sad to see. And like, what do you do?
Well, I mean, we kind of do now, but there's people around him, close to him, who surely should be able to do something. And it's just so public. Like, he's changed his Instagram handle now, and he's now to be referred to as Lil Bieber. Listen, I know some people who've had quite successful name changes, you know, but ultimately I don't think it sparks something good. Like, isn't Kanye known for fucking flipping his name here, there and everywhere? Like, that's always when he's having some sort of psychotic episode.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it also, like Cheryl Cole did it, didn't she?
A different scenario, Angela. Don't go dragging Cheryl into this mess.
But you know what I mean? That maybe it's like a reinvention. Maybe he's trying to draw a line under something and, you know, reemerge as a little butterfly. I don't know. Lil Bieber, is he changing his style of music?
Going more hip-hop based?
Perhaps.
He could be.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
On the Kanye thing, I read something the other week that said Kim Kardashian has reached out to Hailey Bieber to give us some advice on how to deal with this current dynamic.
So what, she relates?
Yeah, presumably. I mean, Kim knows a thing or two about dealing with a fella who's tricky, spicy.
Tricky.
Yeah.
So are we putting Bieber and Kanye in the same basket? Because in my mind, Bieber's kind of somewhat a victim in this whole thing, whereas I don't know that. Well, maybe I wouldn't put Kanye in that. I feel like maybe it's just an age thing, and I'm like, oh, Bieber needs to be wrapped in a blanket and put to fucking bed.
No, I'm with you, Ange. I think it's apples and oranges. I don't think you can compare them, but I do think they're two high-profile women who are strong, successful in their own right, who have probably been accused of marrying successful men for X, Y, and Z. The tides have slightly changed, and now they're dealing with the fallout. And I think it's nice that Kim's providing an element of solidarity. But yeah, I'd honestly feel sorry for everyone involved.
Yeah.
And as well, do you know what I thought? I think we talk an awful lot about a woman, how she feels, how she puts herself together after a baby, and quite rightly so. But he has got a newborn. And I think for the first time in his life, certainly for the first time in his relationship, he's probably dealing with not being the centre of Haley's universe, the centre of everyone around him's universe. And I bet you those are some complicated feelings for him to try and unpack.
Yeah, because I think they're complicated for a lot of men actually, to suddenly be sidelined slightly or to know their pecking order in the house. And then, if the world has revolved around you since you were a baby.
10, 11. And now he's suddenly not the only little Bieber in the house. Honestly, from the outside looking in, I think there's probably an amalgamation of things going on. But he's definitely struggling, and this shouldn't be for our entertainment. Somebody needs to step in. They need to sort it out. Whether that's Haley, it shouldn't all fall to her. Whether it's his pals, whether it's his family, whether it's a professional sense. But what he's doing on social media is a cry for help. And we have learned that we need to intervene when this is happening, and it's a shame that we're not doing anything.
Shall we move on to puppies? Which should be a fun story.
But it's not! I'm going
so
for
Willie and Kate have been breeding puppies from their dog, Orla. I don't know why I found that really, what a strange name for a dog.
Well, it's not, is it not an Irish name?
It is. So why are the English Monarch calling their dog an Irish female name?
This is what I was looking for. That's the bit that was poking.
When I saw it, I was like, excuse me?
Yeah. No, I
what? Orla, you say. Now, they haven't spelt it the Irish way because they probably couldn't.
Yeah.
Orlaith
yes.
is the traditional way to spell it, but Orla will do. But yeah, I did think that's an Irish name.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much to unpack here. So first of all, let me just say I love Wills and Kate. And I know you've got a complicated relationship and I'm banging the fucking drum again. But
I know, I do. They're grand.
Yeah, I've always liked them, right? This disappointed me. So at a time in this current climate where everybody's fucking struggling, the dog shelters, the kennels, everybody, the rehoming centres are all fit to burst. They are underfunded. They are overstretched. They are experiencing and witnessing extreme cases of cruelty, abandonment and everything. And that is a scathing indictment about the state of the society. I know that. Summer's always really bad months for things like that too.
Why is that? Why the sudden spike? Is there like a post-COVID? I know we're 5 years on, but is there a bit of, I think we'd love a puppy at home, and then actually this is a lot of hard work?
There's been an element of that. And I suppose they are just recovering from that. But as well, people are just fundamentally struggling financially. Okay. It's a really sad, sorry state of affairs. And given that, and that is not a quiet issue, everybody knows it, do you know what I mean? Given that Wills and Kate had the opportunity to do something incredibly responsible and poignant, they could have rescued a dog. If all of their little kids were so desperate for puppies, it's not like they haven't got the fucking space and time and resources to look after them, give these animals a great home. They should have gone, whether it's Battersea, whether it's fucking RSPCA, they should have gone somewhere.
Because Camilla did and Charles, right?
They did, yeah. Say what you want about him and his chubby fucking fingers, but that was a great move. That was a great move. It was it was poignant. Anyway, they've gone and bred their dog. That in itself is irresponsible.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting a dog, you're not getting a puppy. These things take training and they take sacrifice and they take your life up if you do it right. And they should. And I don't know,
they're not a toy for your kid, basically.
Nah. And it just feels like this was ill-advised. It was an ill-advised decision and just incredibly irresponsible.
But also the lack of kind of sense that this might be a divisive
there's
thing to do. Happy birthday, here's a picture of me and my beautiful puppies. FYI, our Irish named dog has just had a litter. Let's all celebrate. I mean, I know the royals generally are used to breeding in close proximity, but I feel like, that's a kind of thing, isn't it? You keep it in the family.
Why I may keep the wealth internalized.
Exactly. So I don't know whether this is just an extension of that.
We're not talking about cousin shagging here, mate. We're talking about fucking being irresponsible when there's dogs dying. And I just think I will forgive a lot, but I won't forgive that. She can rewear all the dresses she wants now. She's on my shit list.
What does this mean for your OBE?
You can shove it up their ass. Shove it up their ass. No, I mean, obviously, I thought one could give us in the mouth if they want to give us some sort of award. No, it leaves things very grey, Ange, if I'm honest. It's complicated. I have just got no time. Like,
But maybe you could reach out
and just say, by the way, this was
well, or
I don't think it'll be well received.
No, maybe. I feel like they might know that already now.
Yeah,
I imagine with the way it's been received. But maybe you could go, maybe I can like help you understand.
But no, like it's just part of a bigger issue, isn't it? And like I can't pretend to get excited if one more person DMs us the picture of their gorgeous puppy, you know, thoroughbred bought from a breeder. Like I've just got no interest, mate. Like come on, we need to stop the unscrupulous back alley breeding. We need to stop seeing animals as like an avenue for monetary gain. We need to be responsible. We need to adopt, not shop, and they should have led by example. I'm frustrated. Fucking this is making us really vapey.
Okay, you have a little vape there. If you have a little pineapple ice there. If you've spotted a story that you think we need to hear about, headlines, hot takes, or heated debates, get in touch.
Yep, we want this podcast to be as much about you as it is about us. That will be hard. We are completely self-involved.
Speak for yourself. At Get a Grip Love on Instagram is where you will find us. There's us even. I'm itchy.
Oh, you got a bite.
I don't know.
You'll have a bite. You'll have a bite.
Probably.
Yeah.
It's all for today, love, on Get a Grip.
We'll be back every Thursday, so please hit that follow button and make sure you don't ever miss it.
Do hit the follow button and send us around if you like this ep, if you agreed or disagreed with any of the things we said, and you probably did both, frankly, depending on what bit you were listening to. Send it around to your WhatsApp groups, to all of them.
Pass it around, all the other pals. We truly are the slapper of podcasts.
Stop it. Vicky.
Come on. And don't forget as well, we like reviews. Please leave a 5-star one. Yeah.
We do. They're coming in thick and fast,
Have you read that one? Have you read this one? Do you want to read it?
Go on then.
Go on.
So, this came from Curtin Kindred Spirits.
Did you write this? This is too nice.
I actually think, I told you now, when somebody slips into a DM and says, love the podcast, I say, prove it. And I'm not even joking. I do this now on my downtime.
I know you do.
Okay?
I've seen you do it in the comments.
I am familiar with his work because he sent me proof of a review.
Yes. Okay, go on.
So it's the lad that I helped win the money on the wheel. Well, I didn't really help him. He knew the answer, but we were wearing matching curtain inspired outfits. Two of the best women, he says, in showbiz, getting together and putting the world to rights. What's not to love? They bounce off each other perfectly and just have you in stitches every ep. Late to the party and currently binging, but I'm absolutely obsessed already.
I love a binge, babe. Oh, that's gorgeous. Is he as much of a dream
Very
as
cute.
he seems?
Callum.
Oh,
love him.
Love him.
Good friends with Mina from The Traitors. Did you watch Traitors?
No, I didn't. I'm
she's fantastic.
Potentially the only person in the country who did not watch The Traitors, but I don't need another reality TV obsession, mate. I don't.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can give us a great review wherever you're listening, and just remember,
it's 5 stars or fuck off. Love you.